Welcome to The Explainer. Today we're going to break down how some creators are using really simple AI tools to build these massive YouTube channels. And they're doing it like practically overnight. We're going to get into the exact formula they're using, from the story all the way to the final edit.
So let's just dive right in. Look at this number. There's one channel, and all it does is these AI-generated shorts. And it managed to pull in an absolutely incredible 2.9 million subscribers.
And get this, they did it with fewer than 100 videos. The channel isn't just some viral flash in the pan either. It's fully monetized. I'm talking super thanks, channel memberships, the whole shebang. It just goes to show, this is a totally viable strategy. So you have to be asking, how is this even possible? Especially when they're using free tools. Well, the secret isn't really the AI itself. It's actually a really powerful psychological formula that hooks you in and keeps you watching right to the very end. Okay, so first up, the emotional story formula. You see, at the core of every single one of these viral videos is a very specific 3-act structure. It's not random at all. It's a formula that's basically engineered to connect with your emotions and, more importantly, to just absolutely maximize watch time. And the pattern is so simple. It kicks off with a sad, kind of emotional scene to grab your attention right away. Then it shifts into a struggle that feels really relatable, like a character trying to make it as a painter or a farmer or even just a student. And then finally, it gives you that satisfying, happy ending where the character succeeds. It just leaves you feeling good. And this structure is just so effective because it absolutely nails the one metric that YouTube cares about more than anything else: watch time. When you stick around to see that happy ending, it tells the algorithm that the content is high quality, and so YouTube pushes it out to even more people. That's why the story itself is king, and honestly, everything else is secondary. All right, section 2, creating your AI character. Let's get into the practical side of things. To tell a story, you need a main character, right? And the real key here is making that character look consistent in every single scene. You'd think this would be hard, but the process is surprisingly simple. First, you just find a character image you like and grab a screenshot. Then, you pop that into ChatGPT and just ask it to create a clean base image of only that character. That becomes your master reference, which you then use in other AI tools to generate all the different scenes for your story. And the best part is, there are a bunch of really powerful free tools to do this. Google AI Studio is awesome for getting high-quality images, and it's fast. Gemini Pro can give you even better results, but you're kind of limited to just a few images a day. And then for the absolute best quality, there's Gemini AI, but you might need a VPN to use it depending on where you are. Section 3, bringing images to life. Okay, so you've got a great story, you've got a consistent character, and you have all your scenes laid out as still images. The next step, of course, is to bring them to life. Turn them into video clips. For this, the go-to tool seems to be one called Gawk AI. It just had an update that made it incredibly good at generating high-quality, coherent little video clips from just one image and a short text prompt. And yep, most importantly, it's free. The workflow here is really easy. First, a little pro tip: go into the settings and disable automatic video generation. It'll save you credits. Then, you just upload your character image, write a really simple prompt to describe the action, like the puppy is cleaning the toilet, and hit generate. In about 20 seconds, you'll have your clip. And then finally, you just use the built-in feature to upscale it to HD. Simple. And that brings us to the last and maybe most critical stage: the edit. This is where you take all those little animated clips and you piece them together into a fast-paced, really engaging story that's designed to just hold the viewer's attention from start to finish. And don't worry, the editing itself is super simple. First, you set up your project in a vertical 9:16 format for phones. If your clips have any watermarks, just zoom in a little bit to hide them. You want to keep the pace really snappy, so trim every clip down to just 3 or 4 seconds. Use simple black fade transitions, and make sure you mute any sound from the AI clips so you can add your own custom sound effects to really make it pop. So to get that fast pace and get your clips down to that 3 or 4 second sweet spot, you've basically got 2 options. You can either just speed the whole clip up to about 1.6x speed, or you can go in and manually cut out the beginning or the end to make sure you're keeping just the most important bit of action. Okay, listen up, because this next tip is huge. It might just be the single most important piece of advice in this entire explainer. Do not add background music in your video editor. Instead, finish your video without it, and then add the music directly from YouTube's own library when you upload the short. I'm telling you, this one little step will save you from like 90% of all potential copyright headaches. So, to recap this whole formula, it's pretty straightforward, right? It all starts with that powerful three-act emotional story. Then, you need that consistent character, which you can totally create using a bunch of free AI tools for both the images and the video. And finally, you just tie it all together with a really fast, clean edit that's built for maximum engagement. You know, what's so cool about this is that this whole process really levels the playing field for content creation. The tools are free, the formula is crystal clear, and the potential is just enormous. So, really, the only question left is, what story are you going to tell?